and salutations. Welcome to What is Good?
Greetings and salutations. What the hell is this? Greetings and salutations. I am the Ghoulfather at your service, and welcome to another edition of What is in the Box. Hello. Well, before we get to today's events, I want to send a special thank you out to a young lady by the name of Evelyn, of all things. One of the youngest horror punks out there. And she was good enough to send me, this lovely drawing. Take a look. Enjoy. If I had a heart, it would certainly warm it. So, thank you so much, Evelyn. We may be freaks, but we are not alone. And neither are you. We're all behind you. And I hope someday you'll get to see Evelyn's casket. You know, they named the band after you. Sort of. Well, so we have that. Now, there's been much rumblings going on in the Mary Lou's camp, and I was thinking of telling you about it myself, but then I thought, I often have these conversations with myself. I do so love good conversation. Why don't I bring them in, and they can explain it to you themselves? Bet you didn't see that coming, did you? So, we're going to get the matriarch. Is that right? Oh well. We're going to get the matriarch, the leader of the Mary Lou's herself, Razor D. Rockefeller, who also edits this. And I certainly hope she doesn't do anything. I hope she doesn't engage in any tomfoolery. And I hope she cuts that out, but I don't think she will. But she is very busy. So, we'll have to summon her. Witchcraft style. Cause I know her weaknesses. I do. And her one weakness is teeth. She loves teeth. I don't know, she loves a lot of weird things. But let's not get into that. We'll keep this PG. Oh yes, and she happened to have created this. Isn't that nice? Take a good look. You can get one too. Link in the description. I'll never stop promoting. So, Razor. Oh, Razor. Perhaps we need a bit of fire. Razor. Come out wherever you are. No. Not working. Alright, well, I have other things. Ooh, I'm not going to bring that out. I always have something in the box. A razor! I know you can't resist this. So let the show begin! Well, hello, Razor, and thank you for coming.
Hello.
And please introduce the gentleman at your side.
This is Addam. He's the newest member of the Lou's.
Hello, Addam. Excellent. Well, we're off to a raging start. Well, let's begin. First of all, I want to thank you so much, both of you, for coming. And Razor, we've been hearing about this latest track of yours, Fang 10.
Yes.
Can you tell us what inspired it?
So we've actually been working on this track since about 2018.
2018?
Yeah, we came up with the idea of practice. It was just like, noodling around, and Dolly was playing the surf riff, and we were like, that's cool. We should do like a cool surf song because we're a ukulele band. And I don't even remember how exactly it came about. We were talking about like spooky surf and how nobody appreciates werewolves because everything is like vampires. So we're like, let's do like a werewolf surf song. And we had the idea, never did anything with it. Eventually I started writing the lyrics and whatnot. And we started to kind of formulate it last year. And then this year I had an idea to have a guest vocalist, and Addam and I are in another project together. So the original guest vocalist had fallen through, and Addam had volunteered to take on the project, and he did an excellent job. And then we just kind of assimilated him into the Lou's.
And is that how, well, I was going to ask, how exactly did Addam wind up jumping on board on this song?
On this song, yeah, as I had said, the guest vocalist had kind of fallen through, and stuff happens, life. But Addam was kind enough to be like, "Yeah, I'll take a crack at it." And yeah.
And then how did it be? Then how did it get to be a full transition into the Lose full time?
Well, after that, Addam had shown interest in working on other songs with us, which we have coming up. So. I don't want to reveal those to you yet because they are future projects. But eventually I was just kind of like, you seem to really dig this. Do you just kind of want to jump on board? And he was for it.
Well, I don't have high hopes for this next one, but I'm going to try. Addam, what attracted you to the Mary Lou's band?
Hello.
And that's exactly what I anticipated. So, oh dear, Reza, how will
the man of many words?
Yeah, how will this change the direction, do you think, of the Lou's future material?
Well, having Addam jump in on vocals and guitar obviously adds a different dynamic. We aren't just ukuleles anymore.
I like the addition of the guitar.
Yeah, it's been a good move on our part, and obviously having a second vocalist is adding a new dynamic as well. So we are definitely focused on kind of even better production, on more complicated songwriting, just kind of like developing our sound, honing it in, making it a little bit more unique, and Addam's input in that stuff as well, because we work really well together. As I said, we have other projects. So
now you've been primarily the creative drive behind the Mary Lou's. Do you expect that the flow is going to change now?
We've kind of adapted over the years different ways of collaborating on things. And so bringing Addam into the mix is definitely changed that, but in a good way. So kind of how we used to write has progressed in a way, because I would just kind of like write the basic skeleton and the lyrics and then kind of send it to everyone, and everyone would sort of like chip in their opinions and ideas. And then now it's kind of like we have the skeleton and then we filter it through Silky and Addam. And then like we almost have a complete song at a time for everyone to sort of check out and look at, and then add more input to that. So it's become more streamlined, I guess you could say, but it also is really working for us. Like this last song, Fang 10, I think is probably the best one we've come out with, the most well produced, everything. So we're just kind of going to try to keep going on that path.
The feedback has been fantastic.
Yeah.
It really has been, because, I have become the liaison, between a lot of that, and the people they absolutely love it. And you've mentioned there's some other projects you have together.
Yes. So we have another project called the Destruct Principle. Addam had invited me into that project earlier this year. We had another band we were both in last year that's kind of disbanded, but we have some more things in the works. But the Destruct Principle, I know you've talked about it on your show before, and given us a shout out with the latest single, Ash of Histories. And but that's obviously completely different than the Mary Lou's. So
and that makes it exciting.
Yeah, exactly. It's really cool to kind of have two very different projects that we both are enthusiastic about and that we both work really well together in. So
I get a lot of comments on my Destruct Principle shirt.
Nice.
People enjoy it, and some people really don't. And I like that as well. So now, this is always interests me. Have you got a favorite track to perform live, whether in the Mary Lou's or the Destruct Principle? He is alive, isn't he? Not that I have anything against the undead.
Barely.
I think that my favorite track to perform would be ones we haven't performed.
That's true. We do. We do have some good ones coming out.
What about you, Rez?
Fantastic.
I mean,
is it cavities?
I'll give Silky a cavity.
Well, I'll join you on that one, old chap.
I enjoy. I enjoy playing Fang 10 now because that's a new one and it's fun. I've always enjoyed playing Cavities and Sick Porcelain and probably Firewalk with Me are my favorites to do live.
And then finally, what is coming up in the works that you can share with us?
So we do have a new song coming out. I don't want to jinx it. We're hoping to have it ready for release rather quickly, maybe by a certain spooky date. But it's
not even my birthday.
But yes, that's kind of a hint. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. But
Let me fix mine. I also had to comb over.
But yeah, so we have one coming out. It may or may not have to do with certain events in our lives that sort of kind of commingled into what was essentially disaster, but birthed sort of cool new beginnings.
It's like when you get a lollipop and you think it's gonna be delicious. You're like, oh, this is very sweet. But then, you ain't even got 2 shoes to walk in.
It's oddly poignant, isn't it?
It's something.
Something, all right.
Well, I want to thank you I want to thank you both so much for coming on and giving us a little bit of insight on not only Fang 10, but on future projects between the Mary Lou's and the Destruct Principle, of course. So thank you both so much. Of course, Adam.
You've listened to Fang 10.
Of course, yes.
So can we get some pants?
And you said,
You gotta do it. You gotta do it. Gotta do it. Ready?
Ready?
I'm always willing to do some pants. Or without pants, whatever it may be.
Werewolves don't wear pants.
No, they don't. But vampires do, and that's why I've always preferred werewolves. But that is a good point. Everyone is so focused on vampires. Werewolves have kind of fallen by the wayside.
Right?
So I'm glad to see they're getting some attention. So thank you both again, and thank you all for tuning in. And until next time, we may be freaks. Oh boy, may we. But we are not alone.
You haven't seen anything.